Is Jesus a good bridegroom? Now you might be asking, what kind of a question is that? Some of you might even be answering that question by saying, Jesus is not only a good bridegroom, he's the perfect one. And the Catholic Church would agree. That's exactly what he is. So why even ask our Protestant friends this question? Well, let's find out. Let's think about what we would consider the actions of a good bridegroom or a good husband. Well, they protect and defend their wives, right? And there's no better earthly role model for us than Joseph, who wanted to defend Mary by quietly divorcing her when he found out that she was pregnant, protecting her from Herod, who wanted to destroy Jesus and his family, and provided protection for her and Jesus throughout their years as a family. If Joseph, a sinful man, can protect and defend his family, imagine how much more Jesus would defend and protect his bride, the church. And whereas Joseph was protecting Mary from Herod, well, who would Jesus be protecting his church from? Well, Satan, of course. Satan is the church's greatest enemy, a deceiver, the father of lies. He desires nothing less than her ruin. He wants chaos and division. He wants the church to teach error and deceive the flock. He desires to crush Christians and to destroy the church. And he would be able to do that if the church was left on her own. The church needs protection from the devil. The bride needs protection given by the bridegroom, Jesus. And Catholics believe that Jesus has provided that protection from Satan, from the father of lies, from teaching error. What earthly husband would knowingly allow their wife to be deceived by an enemy? And yet, if we're to believe our Protestant friends, Jesus doesn't protect his church from teaching error. He allows his church to be deceived, to side with the devil. For how else can a lie occur if not by siding with the devil? By teaching error. But they say, the false teaching and giving in to the devil through this error are only temporary. And Jesus protects his bride, the church, in the end. The gates of hell shall not prevail, but only in the end, they say. So according to Protestant logic, Jesus allows his church, his bride, to be knowingly exposed to her greatest enemy, seduced by the devil, deceived into teaching error, but only for a time, they say, as he saves her in the end. Now think about that for a moment, and let's apply it to earthly husbands. Let's say a husband knowingly allows his wife to go unprotected, to be seduced and deceived by a known enemy, but only for a time, because he protects her and saves her in the end. What husband would knowingly allow even a moment of harm to come to his wife? And yet we're supposed to believe that Jesus, the perfect husband, knowingly allowed his church to be harmed by the enemy for nearly 2,000 years and continues to allow his bride, the church, to be harmed by her greatest enemy, knowingly. The only thing that keeps me from bitter anger at Protestants is to believe that they do not know what they do. But I'll admit it's hard. Jesus loves his church, loves his bride, and is the perfect bridegroom, defending and protecting her always and forever. There is no error, no siding with the enemy by his bride, his church, ever, because the perfect bridegroom protects her perfectly. One pillar of the Protestant heresy is that the church is not protected from teaching error. They must believe this, for how else to explain the multitude of truths found between denominations? What a massive, offensive lie. As if Joseph or any worthwhile husband on the planet could be a more protective husband than Jesus. Don't fall for the lie. The Catholic Church, Jesus' bride, can't teach error, not because of anything else, but the protection given to it by the most perfect bridegroom, Jesus. May God bless you on your faith journey.